Hello, my dear Scorpio. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between October 16 to October 31st, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find my email in the description box below. It's queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. So, October 16, we will have the full moon, so-called supermoon. It is also known as the hunter moon by Native Americans, and blood moon throughout the world. It will be the first of 3 supermoons for 2016. It will look slightly larger and brighter than usual, although I thought that the last full moon was brighter and bigger than usual. So at October 20 to 21 we will have the Orionites meteor shower that radiates from the constellation of Orion. I tell you this because I think it's so wonderful, profound spiritual experience to be out and check for falling stars. This one, it is the dust grains that's left behind by the comet Halley. So in October 30 we will have the new moon, and it will be in daytime. So the night at this time will be very dark without the moon, so it's a perfect time to gaze at the stars. So I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. I want my Scorpios to have love in their lives and also to find themselves having a lot of creative success. And I want you to find your highest path towards spiritual enlightenment and also your highest destiny, why you are here on earth at this time, what you're supposed to do. Okay, so it's ready. We'll just tune in a little bit to you, Scorpio, the second part of October 2016. Okay, so this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the last part of October, but whenever you watch this is fine. It's the right time to see it. Okay. So the first card I take for you is Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles it's an egg, it's an embryo, it's a possibility, it's a gateway that's opening up. It's a possibility for you to level up, to come to the next level of understanding, or the next level in your life, like taking the next step in a relationship, finding a job, starting an education. Also spiritual growth. It's a gateway that usually comes after death. Sometimes death comes and then this is the new beginning after that. So it's like a gateway also to dimensions. And it's an embryo, so it's a lot of possibilities. It's like a seed, but it's not certain that those possibilities will actually come to life. It depends on you and the steps that you are making. It's also maturity, like you are maturing like a person, being able to take more responsibility and find out more about yourself and dare to do more things. And here we have a 6 of Wands, so it seems like you're on the brink of being more true to yourself, to the spirit that you are. This is 6 of Wands, and Wands are fire, it's life force, it's spiritual communication. It can also be depicted as 6 people. And number 6 is a harmonious number. It's about harmony and healing. So it seems like you have felt like that you trusted yourself. It's what I see. And for some of you, it's also like you have found like the way that you were supposed to be, or that you have found yourself in some kind of circumstance that you were supposed to be in. It's like you're finding yourself in your true element. Yes, okay. So, and the next step is the sun. So it's leveling up here. 6 of Wands can be seen as the sun's rays, and here we have the sun, and those cards together is very beautiful. It's like a spring here. I've seen this in some of the other readings as well, that we have this kind of spring feeling. So I think we have been cleaning out a lot of our junk during 2016 as humans. We have been cleaning out a lot of old things, and we have found ourselves more and more. And this is a white horse, so this is your known feelings, and you're sitting high up on a horse, so that's like you're proud of yourself. And this is a child, so it's like your inner child or your innocence or your true spirit, and you have the soul here like above your head, and it's like it is in the real life. You just don't see it in this dimension, this 3D dimension. So it's a beautiful card about being enlightened, seeing things as they really are, accepting yourself more and more for every day that goes by, seeing the truth of your situation, being your own inner authority. You can now trust yourself fully and follow like the road that you want to take for yourself. I feel a little like you're a little bit of a rebel here. I don't know why, but okay. And here we have a Knight of Pentacles. That could be an earth person, or it could be you. You are very enlightened here by the sun, but this, maybe they want to show us the black horse and the white horse, like the known feelings and the known intentions and what you know about yourself, and that you still have like a shadow that's maybe unescalated. So here you have a knight. That knight is very heavy armored. This child here is almost completely naked. And so it's a difference between how much they protect themselves. And it's also a difference with their intention. This white horse is like known to this child. They see their feelings really natural, and they are acting to them really natural. But when we grow up, we learn to, no, don't cry now, and no, keep quiet. You can't go to the bathroom now. We are driving a car. No, you can't have anything to eat before we are arriving, or something like that. And this have put you, it's like have made your natural instincts like a bit tainted, and like you don't really trust them anymore. And a lot of your feelings have been put in the shadow. But this is still, it's a Knight of Pentacles, so it's a very trustworthy person, tries to do right, tries to be a good person, tries to follow rules, tries to be comfortable towards others, to not upset others. They don't like conflicts. They want everything to be nice and calm and steady. And he has a mission here, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's something he is here to do, and he has this really close to his heart. But he has a black horse, and he has also this this deer. And it was like I said, you are sitting on your high horse. It's like you're very proud of yourself still. So it's a very good feeling to this, even if you have like work left to be done. Maybe with you being caving a little bit underneath an education system or what people want from you. You are trying to behave, but it's just like you're you see this horse, it doesn't have any reins. This horse is free, but this one has reins. So it's like you're putting reins on your horse, and you also shelter yourself, and you try to be good, but it's not really you. It's like a persona that you use to fit into society. So it's not really you. So there's more to find out about yourself. And that's a nice thing, actually. And you have more to investigate. You have more to discover. It's like an adventure. It's exploration. And you have this seed. And this is like a young farmer putting the seed to the ground. And it's spring. And it's like time to watch it grow. So it's something more that will come for you. That's unexcavated. But it doesn't feel like it's, some bad shadow. It's more like I feel a rebellious feeling with this. It's like you're trying to not rebel. It's like you're trying to behave and be good and provide for society and not be a burden to your family or friends. Or yes, okay. And here you have the black and the white horse in the chariot. That's your life. The chariot is how you move yourself forward in life. In dreams, it's usually a car. And so it's the chariot. It's how you take yourself forward in life. You can go very hasty. You can sit in the driver's seat. You can have a very new car, a very old car, a car that don't start. You can have problem with brakes. You can have problem with going through red lights. So it's how you take yourself forward in life. If you're like really hasty going, or if you're taking things like in divine timing, and and this is like you need both those horses to have your chariot moving forward. Now I put them like here, so it's like chess. So you need both the white horse and the black horse to keep your chariot moving forward. And the white horse is truly like it can be both how you really are, and this is Cancer and this is Sagittarius. So usually it's like being very vulnerable, being unconditionally loving, being nice towards people. But for you, I sense it's the other way around. Like your white horse is your rebellious self, and the black horse is how you're trying to behave. So you are, it's like a chess. You are not like every other. So you are doing things a bit differently. So your true self isn't like unconditional love and wanting to be like having no conflicts, being really smoothly with things. It's more like your true self wants to have conflict, wants to things to not run smoothly, wants to rebel, wants to be in opposition. This is what I feel, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually moving things forward. For all humanity, we need a little rebellion sometimes. People that doesn't want to fit in, but think of new ways of doing things. You still shouldn't hurt anyone else. Not put your crap in the way of anyone else. But it's like you're meant to be rebels in some sense. Like, and your rebel is the white one, the pure one, and your behaving is the black horse. For other people, it's usually the other way around. Like they are nice and wants to be nice, and sometimes they need to rebel a little bit to not be overthrown by other people and not lose power to other people and not be like victimized. But for you, it's the other way around. You are more like, your white horse. It's your true self, the rebellion. Okay. So this was the past. So it seems like you have been working on yourself, both like accepting who you are more and more, but also trying to behave so you will not be a problem for other people and not make so much havoc, because you have seen that they don't like this, and you are trying to fit in a little bit because it's easier that way, and you want to be good. It's not that you don't want to be good. It's just that you are not created like a sheep. You are created like a, Scorpio, eagle kind of person. So you're not the same. You're the bird phoenix, like doing a lot of things, changing yourself. Metamorphosis is a key word. And here we have a Queen of Swords. That could be an air sign in your life. It comes underneath the Ace of Pentacles, so it seems like she's part of the potential. But it's also Libra. We are in Libra now, so it's a lot about justice and being able to see what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. So I think this Queen is maybe your inner judge, or your feeling of what's right and wrong. And so you're trying to maturing maybe both into being more you, but also more knowing what's right and wrong. And it can seem a contradiction since you are a rebellious person, but it's like when it's time to rebel, when it's time to be in opposition, and when it's time to be not in opposition. And maybe you need to choose your battles, like be nice towards people that's nice to you, and provide things for you, and tries to do what's best for you, and rebel against those people that needs your rebellion. So you're not like victimizing or I feel like it's like you're tiring out other people in some sense, like you're I can't really explain it, but so you have a Queen of Swords here, so that's like your clear knowing of when to show what side, kind of like when to be very pushy and rebellious, and when to be like more easygoing and try to behave a little bit. So this is a person that knows about justice. Sometimes it can be a person that's a bit like a loner, and they are like thinking that the other people is problems a little bit, that they have a greater understanding of what's right and wrong, and they think that most other people are doing things wrong. Um, but I think it's your conscious in some sense. And here, Seven of Cups, so it seems like it's some kind of problem here, some kind of issue, some kind of illusion, and everything else was so clear with your reading. But here comes in a little bit of cloudy illusion, like something that you might not really see, or something that you really don't want to see. It could be some kind of wound, some kind of disappointment. And you see her face here, she's very like looking out in nothingness, so she's not really aware of where she is. It's like she is more up in her head, and it seems like you're a bit up in your head, having a lot of dreams, having a lot of things that you want to do, but it's like it's no substance. It's like it's not happening. This next level, this maturity thing that we saw. It can be about education, that you don't know what kind of education you want to take, or maybe you have trouble to see like when to, with justice, when to be like that and when to be like so. It can be like that you are having trouble to know when to use your different skills, when to use your rebellious skills, and when to be more nice towards people. Maybe you have trouble to. She's sometimes a little bit bitchy, to be honest, and maybe you are a little bit bitchy sometimes. That you are, you have a tongue that wants to say certain things, and it's like you don't know if it's right to say those things or not. It's like you feel that you're trying to see something, like when is it the right time to behave like this, and when it's the right time to behave like this. It's like you're learning something, and so illusions is sometimes it's good. It's just like things that you haven't really explored yet. So it's again, it's another adventure for you. It's something new to learn, like how to separate things from each other and know what's the right thing to do. So I think it looks like you're thinking a lot of justice and how to behave, and you don't really know. It's like you don't really know the laws of humans, like how should I behave, how am I supposed to behave, what is it seems like you're thinking that other people knows this and you don't. So we'll see where it goes with this. And the next card I have for you, it's the Hangman. And it comes underneath the sun. So it's something definitely with spiritual growth here and maturity, because you have this leveling up here with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like you are going through some very profound spiritual awakening, where it can feels like everything is upside down. You can't separate like false from truth anymore. And it's like you feel that you can't really trust your own instincts, because sometimes it may be that you feel that you're not welcomed with how you are, like truthfully how you are. So you're trying to figure out things, but you're upside down here. So and you are in kind of an illusion, and you're also really not aware, like here and now. It's like with the Chariot, maybe you are moving very fast into the future, so you need to maybe stop and be in your body. For some of you, you might be like struck with illnesses, and I don't mean something bad, but something to stop your moving forward, not to drive past red lights all the time. So something can happen to slow you down, and you can feel like you're in a kind of a swamp, like you're stuck in the swamp up to your knees, and you don't know how to move forward. But it's like you need to sacrifice time, because it's something that you need to figure out here. It's something that you need to see, and I can't even see it here from my position. So I see that I understand that it's hard for you. It feels very foggy, and it's upside down also, and she's not really aware. She's like gazing out in nothingness, being caught in a daydream. So it's something here it's like you need to sacrifice time, you need to be stuck in something, not being able to move forward so fast because it's something that needs to be pushed through. It's something that wants to come through, like a new realization, a new insight. It could be that you, also for some of you, it could be like you're in a relationship where you don't know if you're in love with that person or if you want to see them again. So it can be a time where you're thinking about those things, like what do I really feel, what do I really want. You don't really know. It's like you're hanging upside down. Everything is unclear to you, and maybe people are wanting like to know, and you don't even know yourself. For some of you, it can be like that. So it's a lot of fogginess here, but it's not for a bad thing. It's like you're excavating a total new area of your life, like something that you haven't been touching before. It's something new. So it's rather exciting, actually. Oh, here we have a 10 of Swords. So for some of you, it's going to be like you're going to take this time and you're going to find out, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And it can be with a relationship, it can be work, it could be some kind of study that you're thinking, no, I don't want to behave like this anymore. I don't want to be the black, like trying to behave, overly behaving. It's like, I feel that you want to break free. It's like you want to create a new, like total new paradigm when it comes to both relationships, studies, work, family life, everything. So we'll see. Maybe a lot of Scorpios will rebel on us. But it can also be like some of you can have a Queen of Swords in their lives. That you don't know if they love you anymore or not, and you're waiting for an answer. And for some of you, it's going to be a sad answer, like no, they want to break up with you, or they don't want to continue. And here we have 8 Pentacles. That's actually about continuation. And I see this red light again, and I don't understand why. It comes underneath Chariot, and Chariot is fast moving forward, but the 8 of Pentacles is like doing a very good thorough job, like you're doing something with accuracy, and you're doing it very carefully, and it's like a girl here, she's polishing her thing, her spiritual growth, her personal growth. Maybe you are not taking enough time to do this. Maybe you are having too much of a hurry. It's almost reminding of a stop sign. It's too many circles, but okay, so this is usually like, okay, it ended, but you're still supposed to continue working on it. So it's a bit contradictory, and it's a very slow moving card, and you have the Chariot above that's really hasty. So it's something that's very contradictory with you, but we saw that from the beginning with the white horse and the black horse, and moving fast, taking it slow, not knowing a lot of things. So it's like you're living in a world of contradictions, where you see things maybe from many sides, and you can see things like a Picasso painting from many angles, and it's almost making you a bit crazy. It seems like you want to keep your one perspective that you had, like that you are proud of yourself and you want to be like yourself, but in the same time you see the other perspective, like, well, I need to behave in this world, and I don't need to do a good job. I need to be a good citizen and be a good family member, be a good husband, a good wife. I need to be a good good son or a good daughter, and yeah, good worker. And you are maybe a bit contradictory about this. What's right? What's wrong? How am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What's the right leg to stand on? It seems like you have a lot of questions with what's right. You want to follow your bliss and be yourself, but in the same time, it's like you're meeting a lot of resistance in the outside world. So you definitely have a gift with this, like this rebellion that you have, like not being like others. You're going to move forward, maybe a little bit before other people, and you're going to see like the truth of the situation before we do, and make a break free. So that's your mission, but in the same time you need to have your your ordinary things to function. Like you can't use it in the wrong kind of environment. So it's like you have this power with you to make a rebellion, but you need to know when to use it, so you not create havoc in your life and destroy your relationships, because you're not supposed to rebel against, God and everything. You have a certain kind of mission. It seems like it's a certain kind of thing that you are supposed to do. So you need to sort this out, how to use your both sides, like your ability to behave and be nice towards people and your ability to rebel. Use it in the right kind of circumstances. Okay, so we'll look into the future here for you, Scorpio. And we have a Queen of Cups coming underneath the Queen of Swords. So that's a Queen of Water. So I think it's something with this. Underneath, it comes underneath the Ace of Pentacles, the gateway to maturity. And you have both those female aspects of you here, or two females in your life for some of you, or two males. It can be whatever, but it's a person that's working on their feminine side, maybe, and doing female kind of actions. This one is thinking about justice and how to behave against people, what's right and what's wrong. And she can see like into a relationship maybe, or a work situation, and see like this person is trying to do this, and it's like she can see into your soul and see what's people's purpose with things, and maybe that's why she's gazing so emptily into the nothingness. And here you have a Queen of Cups that's watching her emotions. So it's like you can both judge people and see what they are coming from and what they are doing, and also have a lot of empathy with them. So maybe this is your compass for take yourself forward in the world, to see who deserves what, and to actually have compassion for people. And this compassion and this very awareness of justice will actually be able to help you to make those decisions, when to use your rebellious side and when to be more well behaved. So it seems like through your feminine side, like through your right side brain, you will be able to make this difference. So maybe that's why you need to take time to tune in to yourself and your values and your morals and your clear visions about others, that you might be really good on seeing people, seeing their true purpose. So maybe you can make this decision of when to use what skill. And also empathy seems to be very important, to see, to understand how it is for other people and be able to feel like how it would feel for them if you said certain things or did certain things. So it's like you're getting a wider perspective and more understanding of, and using actually some skills that you already have, but maybe you use them in a different way, and now you can use them to know which way to go with your own personality and your own personality skills, kind of. Okay. So yes, okay, the next card is Six of Pentacles. So that's like how to compromise with other people. So you have a really strength here to be like, I think it feels like you feel really self-confident and you're trusting yourself and you're trusting your instincts. But here it's like you have gone through this phase where you're thinking and investigating and seeing what's right and what's wrong, and illusions and substance and what's true for you and what you want to create in your life. And you also, it's like action and reaction, that you have been thinking about action and reaction. Like, if I do this action, what will I get for a reaction? And you have come forward to some kind of conclusion, to be more like making more compromises and being more like level-headed and being able to like be the bigger person. It's like you have, it's like a newly awake, like really profound kindness that I feel with you. It's really warm. I feel it around my heart. It's really, I feel it. It's those women here, those sides of you. It can also be manifested as persons in your life that you can take, like you see them on your outside, and you are waking something in your inside. That's actually the same thing. Sometimes we are angry with people on the outside because we hate that skill that we have in ourselves, and sometimes we're really attractive. We feel attracted by people on the outside because they have a skill that's dormant within us. And so it seems like you have, through this those two abilities that you have, to think really clearly and feel also your feelings really well, since you're a water sign. You are airy because you have the eagle, but you are also watery because of the Scorpio. It's usually a desert creature, but well, what do I know? But you have this water and air with you, so it's like you're using your skill to see things from above and also feel things really well, to be more compassion, it seems. Like you have your pride is not everything anymore. It's like you have come to some new kind of conclusion, to be very that it's good for you, action and reaction. It's good for you to behave nicely towards nice people, and have friends and allies. And that's a really good thing that you want to accomplish. You want to have more friends and allies, and find your kind of people, those that really suit you very well. And also you want to be able to use your strength when it's needed. So it's like you're tuning in to, like, learning to use your superpowers in a very it's like you're calibrating yourself, is what I feel here. And the next card I have for you is Three of Wands. So it's definitely this with you wanting to connect with other people. It seems like you want to be yourself. You want to be loved for the one that you are, but you have gone through some kind of schooling here. The divine schooling, something has happened that's yes, putting you in a position where you needed to slow down and think a little bit. And things might have been taken away from you that were really important. And now you're like reinventing yourself. And it's like, looks like you want to connect with other people, like in a new way. And it's spiritual again with the Three of Wands. So it can be, it's Six of Wands, Three of Wands. So it's like you want to find your soul family in some sense, that you want to find your kind of people, your kind of crowd. It's coming very, it's like a hopefulness, I feel, and it's like urgent. It's like you are in a hurry maybe, and it's coming not from you or your needs. I think it comes from your soul, that you're supposed to meet some certain kind of people, and it looks very harmonious here, that you can find your kind of people, that you can not be so agitated about them, but actually it will be easy for you to be nice towards them, and to be and to give them your nice side. And here we have a little Page of Pentacles. So that's usually like it's depicted like the flower that you were planted to be. There's a beautiful fairy tale about this. It's about a king's garden, and he planted a lot of things in this garden. When he came to his garden, he saw that everyone was really sad and upset, and the flowers and the trees and everything, it was not really blooming really well. So he asked them what's the problem, and no one was really like happy about themselves. They wanted to be like smell nicer, be taller, have more leaves, whatever. And it was just a little, I think it was a dahlia that just blossomed and was really beautiful. Sorry. And the king went forward and asked like, tell me your secret, dahlia. And the flower told the king that, I guess since you planted me here, my king, you wanted me exactly as I were. So I have tried to be exactly as I am, and therefore I'm flowering here in your garden. So it's beautiful. It's very much like, I think the world works. Like if God wanted a dahlia, he would plant a dahlia. So here you are, exactly as you were, and you're finding out like yourself more and more. And it's like you can't be this like behaving, the black horse. It's like it's impossible. It's like an old kind of backbone, artificial backbone maybe, that's like broken, and it's coming out something else here, like more pure and honest. It's like more purely you, and it's very founded in your feelings and your compassion. So it's very beautiful. You can be a passionate rebel. So this, I think, is your future. And this, she is like this tree here. She takes down light from the universe and from the sun, and transform it into something that is sugar, you know, flowers, fruits. And the trees are really our, we live in some symbiosis with them. They are breathing out oxygen for us, and we are breathing out carbon dioxide to them, and it's really beautiful. So it's this exchange, like how you can find your true place in the world by being just the way you were, like just the way you were created, but without like trying to fight everyone and everything, and including yourself. So it's like you're relaxing here finally, and an understanding, like you want to find your kind of crowd and you want to be truly yourself. And it's a lot of compassion with this. So it's like you're not longer going to use your rebellion against the person that doesn't deserve it. It's like you have come to some kind of conclusion here that's very fresh. It looks troublesome. It seems like you will go through some hardship here in the end of October, something that's going to affect you rather greatly. But it's going, you're going to hit the ground running, so to speak, here with the Eight of Pentacles, I think. So it's going to slow you down in the way that it's needed to, so you can be more here and now. It's like you're running from yourself a little bit. And when you have done this slowing down and your old backbone is like broken, you have been hanged upside down here and wandering in your primordial swamp like your original wound, and trying to figure out what's the right way to go, and you will find it out. It seems like it will go rather quickly, and you will know. You will get a knowing, and after this you will be much more compassionate both towards yourself and others. So it seems like, yes, it's a hardship, but it will be something good out of it. But here it ends with a Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is of course half of Ten of Swords. So you're still going to have your edge, I feel. Like you're still going to be like a fighter, a trooper, a rebel. So you're still going to make like a hardship for other people, but you're going to do like it half of what you have done before, and against the right kind of persons. So you're still going to be like a needle in the eye for people that's resisting you in some way, or that's not having, it's like you want to change the world, is what I feel through all this reading. I try to tune it down a little bit because it's a love reading, so but it's coming very clearly here that you want to you have this, I feel it like it's like a certainty within me that I'm right. I am right. I know. I have this profound knowing. I can see things from above. So I know they are wrong. So I'm not afraid of like getting into conflict. I'm not afraid of saying my mind, telling what's in my mind. But it's like you have toned it down to half, because you are now only doing it to the person that deserves it. You are not longer doing it to the person that loves you and that's on your side and that wants to be like a part of your life. So you're knowing now how to aim it, I feel. But you're still going to be like this kind of person that doesn't easily is defeated. It's like you don't want to bend before people that you think are stupid. It's what I feel. And you are going to tell them the truth, and they are not going to get away with it. It's like this. I don't know why you are doing this, but it feels beautiful. It feels like, yes, it's certain. It's like you're supposed to be this way, and think of how you can use this skill. Maybe, piecework, or I don't know, rebellion at the streets, making like guerrilla gardens, and me being in the police force, maybe, nice police that wants to do good and wants to better things, and something like that. It's you're really hardcore. I feel you're really hardcore. So you're here to serve and protect. Okay. So okay, really nice. I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oh, maybe those. we don't waste any time here. Okay, the Fire Prince. So optimism and aggression. So this is the Six of Wands. I think that you're really like, you're really certain with yourself, and you love this feeling with you that you can be like, you can say to people whatever you feel like wants to come out of your mouth. And you feel really strong. You feel like, yeah, you sit on your high horse and you're really strong and fiery and you have this kind of power. It's like you're a superhero or something. But be careful to not make a fire that you can't put out. So it's like using aggression in a way that's beneficial for everyone. So it's optimism, it's aggression, it's a victory, it's like a victory march, it's like you being really proud of yourself. It's like you can create whatever you want in your life, and you're so sure. I feel this is very like you, Scorpio, that have found yourself. You're very sure. You feel like you're protected and guided, and you're supposed to be this way, even in the most profound resistance. But it's also this with illusions, the dream walker, the collective good and illusion. So it's like you need to separate what's right from wrong through the Queen of Swords here. So cut through illusions. She's a bit dreamy, but she's also sharp-minded. So it's something with that. Like you need to use your sharp mind, but also cut through illusions. It's like you're not seeing everything, and it's the things that you do needs to be for the collective good. Even if it's aggression, even if it's rebellion, it needs to be for the collective good. You shouldn't use it like in egocentric ways, or to get power over others, or to manipulate others, or to win over others. So be very mindful of using your powers in the right kind of circumstances. I think it's good that nice people are telling what they know, what they feel, because nice people are always very nice and don't want to come into conflict, so they let people that's not so nice to lead our world, and that's not a good thing, because it leads to a lot of destruction when the most highly voiced people are the one that rules the world. So we need more like highly voiced people that rules the world from compassion and the collective good. So I'm welcoming Scorpios to start being like peace rebels, or fight for the collective good, and start like speaking the voice of the kind people, and yeah, making a new world for us where we can be more compassionate towards another, and that actually bravery and kindness is going hand in hand. So you know that you're kind, and you're not afraid to cause like conflicts, because you know that you need to take conflict sometimes to make a better world. And it shouldn't be the one that's like have the highest voice, or are the most aggressive, that's getting their will through. It should be like the nice people. We are like in, I think that 98% of the world's population really wants to do good. Sometimes they can have like really hard problems, and have been raised in certain kind of families, and have a lot of social inheritance that make them not being able to show that goodness. But I think it's only like 2% of the world's population that's really evil and wants to do evil. And if the other 98% kind people start to voice their concerns, start to be really who they are, and really tell the truth without being afraid of conflicts, I think we will see a totally new tomorrow, a much more better world. Speaking up for the collective good, you Scorpios. Okay, so the past life oracle cards for you. Yeah, okay. We have the galactic, and we had spouse, and we have trees. And I just talked about trees before. So I think, as I said before, that you have some kind of mission, galactic mission. It's like you're put here for a reason, and you know it really clearly. So you maybe don't know what to do, but you are sure of yourself, and this is coming from this mission, I feel. And it's like this, what I said, with being nice towards nice people, like taking care of your family, taking care of your surrounding, being nice towards friends, and use your rebellious skills somewhere else where it's needed. And here's trees. So that is like excavating the roots deep down to the soils, deep down to all the human lives. Every generation is making their own soil on earth, like a new layer. And the trees are doing this more so because their leaves are falling every fall. They are falling and making a new layer of earth. And the tree's root goes deep down in the earth through all these layers. So it's like you have a profound memory. You have lived many lifetimes, so you have a lot of experience, and it doesn't have to be just on earth. It seems to have been maybe you are out of this earth actually. And your branches is stretching up to the heavens, against the stars, against the sun. So you have like a deep spiritual connection. So it seems like you are very complete, like you have both the roots, a lot of knowledge, and also a spiritual connection, like with your branches stretching out to the heavens. So I think I have the picture really clear, and I hope you have it too. You are actually here to change the world with your knowledge and your skills and your connection, but you're also here to be nice towards your people in your relationships, and find love. It seems, find your true soul family, it seems. Yes, okay. So this was what I had for you this time, Scorpio. And I'm really happy for all of you watching, liking and subscribing to my videos, and also for all of your comments. I really love them. I love to read them as much as possible, and sometimes I have the time to answer as well. And I really love your letters, so don't stop writing just because I don't have time to answer them all. I try to read everyone anyhow. So, and I hope to see you again in the beginning of November for your next Scorpio reading. So take really good care and have fun with this until then. And it seems to be heavy, but it will work itself out. So just go with the flow with this. Just let it change you in the way it wants to. Okay. Bye bye.